Shalom, family. This is Wanda. This is Diaspora Connect. Thank you so much for tuning in. Um, Thank you to my faithful subscribers. I want to say welcome in the room. I'm gonna make the volumes up because the last video I did, the volume was not all the way up, and then throughout the video, I turned it up. So just wanted to check in. I just thought I don't think about the volume until I start the video. So thank you to all my faithful subscribers. I want to say welcome to my channel. Thank you to my new subscribers. I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome to my channel. Welcome in the room. Thank you, everyone, family, for viewing my content, for liking my videos, for sharing my videos, and for commenting. I like to interact with my people. So thank you for those who comment on a regular basis. You know who you are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shalom to you, shalom to you. Greetings, Mambo, Habari. What's up, fam? Yes, this is Wanda. This is Diaspora Connect. And to all my new subscribers, I was born and raised in America. I left and relocated to Africa. I left America back in July of 2020 and relocated to Tanzania. This is my second country that I had visited at that time. In 2019, my first visit to the continent was Ghana. So I went to Ghana during the year of return in 2019. That was my first visit in Africa on the continent. I stayed for 2 weeks and I did the whole tour of Slave Dungeon, Slave Castle, Slave River, W.E.B. Du Bois House, Neri, what is it? Nkrumah. I'm thinking Neri is here. Nkrumah, the first president. We went to his mausoleum, his burial, and all that. So I did all that, and then I went back to America, and then I planned my relocation to the continent. At that time, I did not know which country. And this is kind of a recap of how I ended up here in Tanzania. A lot of people ask me that. They're like, why Tanzania? How you end up there? Why you choose Tanzania? So I guess that's what this video is going to be about. I never know. When I turn this video, every now and then I know the topic that I'm going to discuss, but most of the time I'm winging it. It's like I'm greeting, and then whatever comes to my mind, I start flowing with it. So that's kind of how I do my videos. A lot of people like to write things down, have things planned out. Every now and then, if I'm in the midst of cooking or doing something, or traveling around, going shopping or whatever, and I think of a topic, I'll put a jotted note down in my phone. But this time I didn't know what I was going to talk about. I just turned the video on. And I decided to spruce it up a little bit today. I wore my earrings. I haven't really been wearing earrings much. As a matter of fact, I was the earring queen. I was a jewelry queen for that matter. I used to overdo it, y'all. I used to be bracelets. I used to have the bracelets, the rings. I used to have the necklace, earrings. I had everything. So I had to downsize that. I had to really downsize that because you do know that that's vanity, right? That's vanity when you got to have all this. I had a nose ring. I don't know if you look back on some of my videos. I used to have a nose ring. I got rid of that. I got rid of everything, y'all. And then I started all over. I wanted to make sure that those things that I wore were not an idol for me, because it was at a point where I didn't feel comfortable leaving the house without earrings on. It's like I didn't when I got up, earrings was like a part of like brushing your teeth, washing your face, showering, doing your hair. It was like I had to wear my earrings. I had to have earrings on. I did not feel like myself. It's crazy. I didn't feel like myself unless I wore earrings. So I had to get rid of all the vanity type of stuff, so I could just pull back the layers and see myself for who I really am. And then I could gradually introduce the things back into my life, and not at a point where I'm not overdoing it. I'm not overdoing it with the vanity, with all the gotta have all the. I used to have all different kinds of nose rings. I used to have the pink diamond. I used to have the rhinestone. I had to have different colors. I had to have a loop. Like yeah, I was a jewelry queen. I used to love jewelry a lot. So when I came into the truth about who I really am, my purpose, where I come from, and everything, then I just kind of pulled back the layers of everything that I had going on in my life, with all the from the makeups, which I didn't. I never really wore a lot of makeup. I would wear a little lipstick, blush, and stuff on my eyes. Mainly my eyes, because they're so small. I used to try to make them look. like whiter. So I would, and then my eyebrows, I used to do the all the dark stuff. And so I just pull back all that, pull back all the makeup, pull back all the perm. I had a perm in my hair to make my hair straight. And then I used to dye it. I've been dyeing my hair since in my 20s, y'all. So I'm sure my hair has been gray since my 20s. And no, I'm not 20. I'm not 20, y'all. But anyway, I'm middle aged, y'all. I'm middle aged. But when I was in my 20s, I was dyeing my hair. So I basically had gray hair for a long time, y'all. I grayed early. So all that at the end of the day was vanity. So I just kind of when I had like a transformation that I was going through, so I peeled back all the layers. It was like layer upon layer upon layer of vanity, layer upon layer. I just felt like I needed these things in order to be attractive. And so I started realizing that um, these things I was doing was not for me. It was I was doing things like this for other people, and as a young woman, you do things to attract men. I was doing these things to be attractive to men, dyeing my hair and the perms and earrings and all the jewelries, all that stuff was for men to get attention. It wasn't for me that it made me happy. I felt like I had to do it. So I felt free when I came to the knowledge of who I really am and was able to pull back the curtains and pull back the layers of all the layers of things I was doing. And I started asking myself, am I doing this for me or am I doing this for somebody else? So most of the things that I've been doing all my life, and it's crazy, um, as a young woman, a lot of the things that we do, and we don't really realize it, that we do this to attract men, to get attention. We do that. It's like I feel like we're raised to be in the West. We're raised to be to attract to be attractive to men. We're raised to really put a lot of effort in like looking our best, being very attractive. It's a lot of emphasis on that, and that's vanity. And 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 actually, that could cause a lot of people to have low self-esteem, body shaming issues, and stuff like that because we're in that environment. We're just raised to be beautiful. Everybody want to just look their best, and so anyway, I'm getting on this topic. So anyway, I was saying that I'm jumping all over the place. I get back to that, but I was saying that for the new people, I relocated to Tanzania. So I went back. Okay, so I was in Ghana. I'm jumping all around. I apologize. Y'all, I'm all over the place, but I'm flowing. So please follow me. Okay. So going back to the story of how I ended up in Tanzania, I went to Ghana, and then I said that I need to come. I want to come back to live in Africa. I just don't know where. And so I ended up going back working, and I was trying to plan my repatriation. At the time, I was just going to come for a visit, and I was going to actually visit Southern Africa because I had a lot of friends online, and they were telling me, "You look South African. You look just like us, and if you come here, you blend in, and you look like the Kosas, and I was being told that a lot online. I started researching, looking at the different tribes in South Africa, looking at the Kosa, and I resonated with them. I was like, these my people right here. The Kosa, those are my people, the ones in South Africa. So I was like, I got to go visit. Plan a trip, South Africa. COVID hit because I went to Ghana in 2019. When I came back, that this was in August. In December, I booked a trip for 2020, May of 2020, to go to South Africa, and COVID hit in 2020. So they kept canceling my flight, canceling my flight. So I was like, I don't even know when I'll be able to leave now. But I found out as we talk online and in our communities, everybody was talking about Magufuli, and it was like, he's the president of Tanzania, and he not closing the country and all that stuff. So I was like, okay, I'll go there. So I called the airline, and it was with Qatar. So the that's actually the name. The name of the airline is Qatar, but we with our accent we say Qatar, but Qatar. I asked them if they could change my flight from South Africa to Tanzania to Dar es Salaam, and they said, "Well, yes, we have a hub in Dar, so perfect." So they changed it for me for free because they kept canceling my flight. So I was like, "Okay, I'm going to Tanzania." I didn't even have time to do a lot of research. I didn't have time to even the language. I knew it was a different language, and I knew the money was different, but I didn't have time to really research um, the country. But I was watching Traveling Sister at one point. I did watch her. And I remember that she was in Tanzania and I had been watching her in America. But when I decided to go, it didn't cross my mind to try to connect with her. And then also, she was in Arusha. I was flying into Dar. So yeah, so that's anyway. I changed my flight. I was just trying to leave America. I was just so done. I was so done with America KKK. I was done with America, and I was ready to go. So I was like, you know what? I take my chance with people who look like me, even though I don't know the language, even though I don't know the money. I learn it. I figure it out. I was like that, y'all. I was literally like that. And so I came over, and it was a Southern African, South African brother that was friends with me online. He asked me if I knew anybody in Tanzania. I was like, no. He said, I have a brother. So he connected me with a brother that lives here. And the brother that he connected me with is my long term friend. We've been friends ever since I've been here. And I've been here 4.5 years. Not going on in the half years. Because I got here in July of 2020. So we've been friends, and he actually met me at the airport. He didn't even speak that good of English. His English was so. It wasn't that good, but he helped me so much. We did a lot of sign language and hands and gestures and stuff, and we started to understand each other. He taught me Swahili at a like an elementary level, at toddler level. Like I was a baby, like say mambo, say habari. Like we go places, he'll tell me what to say, and I'll say it. So, and then every time we went places, people would always try to talk to me, and I just be standing there like, y'all just be standing there smiling like, and he'll tell them she's from America, she don't speak, and they say okay, Karibu. They always say welcome. This Karibu sana, welcome, Karibuni. So they say Karibuni, Karibu sana, or Karibu. So it's welcome, welcome, welcome. So they would say that to me all the time. But eventually, I start at least being able to say Mambo or Habari. Mambo, hi, what's up? Habari, hello. Mambo, what's up? Habari is hello. And then, I started adding to my Swahili little words here and there. So even at 4.5 years, I'm still saying words, y'all. I'm not fluent. I'm not fluent, but I can manage. Like I don't need an interpreter to go places with me. The only time I really need somebody to interpret for me is when I do business because I created a business here. So when I go like to if I need anything from any business office, or if I need tax stuff, or if I need anything to do with the business, or anything to do with any kind of um, or office type stuff. Now, bills and stuff we can pay because a lot of that stuff you can pay on your phone. So everything I can do on my own except for if it's to do with business or land and all that. Yeah, you need to have or large ticket items. Large ticket items, you need someone um, to um, to speak for you, just to make sure you get a fair price. So you do need that, and especially in Tanzania. Some countries you can go to where they understand English, but they speak it more often, like Kenya, Ghana, whatever. You don't really need an interpreter, but it's always good to have a local who can. One second. Yeah, it's always good to have a local who can speak for you. Always good to have a local who can speak for you. Even if you speak English, it's their country, and you'll still probably get the better price if you have a local to do it for you because it's their country. And sometimes you get gouged out when you speak another language. So it's best to go ahead and have a friend in a local. That's why I am encouraging. because oh, so I do I have relocation services. So I do relocation consultations, and I do business consultations. So if you want to visit, you can hit me up. If you want to relocate here, you can hit me up. Basically, I just share with you the steps that I took of being here 4.5 years. I share my journey basically. So what I'm sharing with you is are things that I actually done, or steps that I've actually taken to have been here, to have created a business, to have moved around as a female in in another country outside the country you were born in, and managed through different obstacles and stuff like that. So I'm here to help you if you're interested, if you need my help. There are a lot of us here. So just reach out to somebody, because if you do plan on leaving the West and you want to relocate to Africa, it's best to connect with the diaspora, someone um, who lives in the country that you're coming from, or in the West at least, and they have an idea of what we're accustomed to, and the language and all that. So we can kind of show you the ropes. For me, I help you with everything from, I was actually, when I first got here, I was helping people from passport to here, because even in America, a lot of the black people did not have passports, because travel didn't really cross a lot of their mind until after a lot of us started traveling. And then they started seeing our videos, and they started becoming more interested, especially some of the younger people, a little bit more adventurous and a little bit more daring, and they're like, let's go. But the older people, they're a little bit more apprehensive, because they're a little bit, I'm not going to say scared, but I would say maybe nervous to be trying to travel somewhere and they've never been there and they're by themselves. And even if they're a couple, they were a little bit more apprehensive. Now it's getting better, because there are a lot of us of every age range that are traveling, and a lot of the retired people, or retirement age, or close to retirement age, 40s and up. A lot of them are retiring, and they're coming to live in Africa. So it's a little bit more, it's better now, because there's a lot of us here. We can share information, and you're not going to be by yourself. So yeah, so that's what I do. I do relocation consultations and business consultations. So business consultations, in that I set up a business. So basically, I walk you through the steps I took to create a business. I just walk you through the same steps. So everything, like I said, that I share with you there are things that I have actually done. It's not like I'm telling you, I'm trying to share with you and advise you to do things that I haven't done. So I'm not, for example, I, I I personally would not advise you to invest in stuff that I haven't invested in. So I wouldn't say, oh, there are a lot of companies here, just invest in one of them. I'm more specific. I like to tell you to do things that I actually did, because when you do that, that person has the results that they can show you the results that they have gotten out of the decisions that they made. It's not it's already hard to leave your home country and come to another country that's not your home country, and it is, but I'm not going to get into that. If you leave one country and you come to another country, and you don't know the culture and all that, and the language or the culture, even if you know the language, you don't know the culture, um, and then somebody says, come over here and do business, come over here and invest, like, you need some, like, a little bit more guidance. I think you need a little bit more guidance in the steps to take to do it. And when I say more guidance, more than just giving your money to somebody, you need somebody to walk you through the steps that it takes to, get things accomplished here, because it's not like the West. Even if you do business, some people say that if you do business in the West and you're successful, then you can come here and do business. That's not always the case, because there have been people who had a business in America. They come here, they do business, and then it didn't work out for them, or they had to close it down for some reason or whatever. Not saying that they can't, they are not able to redirect and do it again, but I'm just saying that's not a guarantee that if you are a business owner in America, that you're going to come here and be able to do business here, unless you have a lot of capital. If you have a lot of capital, then you can do it, because you can make mistakes, because you lose a little money, because when you start a business, you're not going to make a whole lot of money at the beginning. The first couple of years, you probably ain't gonna make a lot of money. So you got to have that capital have that buffer to still be able to pay all your overhead costs and all that, whether you have income coming in or not. So a lot of it's, if you're a mid income or middle income person, a lot of people don't have money like that to just not be making money on the business and then shoveling out money to do this and do that and buy, you know, your the stuff that you need for your business, your stocks and all that stuff, your um, products, buy your products. Yeah. So doing business here is not the easiest thing. It's possible for me, because I created a consultation business. That's kind of one of the easiest businesses to create here, um, because it's not a lot of capital that you need. You don't need a lot of capital, and you can kind of oversee the operations, because you're the one that's doing the consultations, or you can have your local, you can kind of guide them. You can kind of guide them and teach them, uh, what type of business it is, and what to share and what to say, and they actually do the physical stuff for you. For me, in my business, the partners do a lot of, if there's any physical things that need to be done, they do that. I just kind of oversee everything. And because it's consultations, I do most of them anyway. And then my clients are mainly international people. So, but eventually I'm incorporating more services here. Um, certain things, selling certain things and products, but I won't share until everything gets um, um, solidified. Yeah. So, and when you have a business here, you can open other businesses underneath your one business that you create. So you'll be able to expand. You start off with doing consultations, then you can add this service or do that, or start selling this or start selling that. So you can just always add to it, create other little businesses underneath your main company. So you can do that here. So that's also an option. So yeah, I am the type of person where I like to start small. I like to start very small and work my way up. I don't like to jump in with both feet head first, jump into a situation and then I get in over my head. I don't like to do those type of things, and I think it comes with age that you learn that in life, that you take things slow. Because if you take things slow and things don't work out, it's not like you lost a whole lot. You didn't lose everything, because you kind of did you moved slowly, and you invested uh, um, a little bit of your time, a little bit of your money, a little bit. So things don't work out like you thought they would, like you expected them to, then you can kind of redirect yourself, and you still have something left. You didn't just give it all, you know, on this project. So that's my motto for me. And also, I did not have a business in America. This is the first time creating that I've ever had my own business here in Africa. So that's why I said it's not always true that in order for you to succeed in business here in Africa, you have to have if you, because some people say that if you didn't have a business in America, then you won't be able to do it in Africa. That's not true, because I'm a living testimony of that. I have been able to do it. Even though it's a small one, but it's still mine. I'm the CEO. I control operations. It's my business. I created it. I, got the name and I registered it here. So that's another thing, is the name of the business is Diaspora Connect LLC. Now that name is a universal name, so people all online can use it. We have Diaspora connecting the diaspora. You have that all over. But the thing about the name here in Tanzania is when you create a business and you get that business registered, you have to make sure, of course, nobody else has a name. So you get the name registered in this country. So whenever you do business, that is the name that you have to use in this country because it's a registered business. So if someone else, excuse me, tries to do business in this country using your business name, it's illegal. You can sue them. So that's why you create a business and you give your business a name. When you give your business a name here, you register your business under that name. So any business that you do under that company is under your business name. So yeah, it's a legal entity here. So I ended up doing that, and so I've been doing it ever since. The good thing, like I said, is because it's a consultation business, the overhead is low. um, my target audience or my target market is mainly international people. It's so many people wanting to come back. So the services is, it doesn't matter how many of us are doing it. The services are still available, and the good thing is there are different people doing it. So you can look and see all the people who are in said country, and you can decide based on their personality, based on their age, based on their gender, or what they say. Something about them might resonate with you, and you might say, I'm gonna reach out to Wanda, or I'm gonna reach out to this person, or because they have a family, or because they're my age, or whatever the case might be. Certain individuals might resonate with you more than some. So that's a good thing. That's why it's never too many people doing consultations. It's never too many people um, selling natural skin products. A lot of people do that. They sell natural skin products. It's never too many because, you might resonate with a certain person and not resonate with somebody else. You might like their personality more. You might be close to their age. It's different reasons why people decide that they're going to, pay for a consultation with certain people or connect with certain people because they resonate with that person. So the more the merrier, because this is a lot of these consultations are based on people's personal experiences. Everybody's experience is going to be different. So I am all for sharing with others what they learn, because when I came here, I didn't have someone to consult with. So I had to kind of learn everything on my own. I had to do like thrown to the wolves type of situation. Like I was thrown to the wolves. I had to jump in here with feet first and just try to figure things out with the language, with what apps I need. Like it's a lot of stuff. It was one lady here, but two ladies here that reached out to me when I got here. I was online saying I'm here, and I saw her online. She's like, I'm here too. So we connected, and she actually told me a lot about the apps that I needed on my phone. So I learned a lot through connecting with the diaspora that are here, as well as the steps that I took personally to be able to have been here for going on 4.5 now years. So, yeah, so yeah, I just wanted to do this video because I said I was going to do one once a week, and I know I always say that, and I hardly ever know what I'm going to talk about. But I did start talking about this vanity thing with women. But anyway, so I just jumping back on that. So I just decided to just clear the slate and start all over, basically. Like pull it all off, all the different makeups and the perms and besides, the Most High was dealing with me about my hair anyway. Like he was really dealing with me about my hair, y'all. And sometimes we think about our Father. We think about the Most High, right? The uncreated creator, right? We think about him in such a massive way, right? We don't always think that he cares about little things. Like we don't always think that he cares about, like he knows every single hair on our head. He can count. He knows the number of hairs on our head. That's how detailed he is. When he created us, he created every single one of us with these different features that we have, from the eyebrows, nose, everything, fingers, body, everything. So he cares about everything about us, from the head all the way to the feet. So I was in shock and surprised that it was such a big deal to him how I do my hair. I mean, the dressing part, I understand that we should be modest. That part I got, and I never really dressed naked anyway. I always kind of covered up. I was always kind of conservative in how I dress, but I had my certain things with the tight jeans and the back out shirt with the back and all that, the sexy stuff. I was into the sexy stuff, but tasteful, but it was still sexy stuff that I really didn't need to be wearing. So he dealt with me, y'all, from all the way up here, all the way down, everything, y'all. He told me he don't like none of it. He was dealing with me about my hair for first with the perm, and I understood the chemicals. So I understood, he was like, okay, I was like, you don't like the chemicals because it's not good for us. Like it has chemical, that stuff poisons us. It gives us all kind of diseases, cancers, and all that. So I knew that. So okay, I got rid of the perm and the color because both of those are chemicals. I started with the perm, the color, and then of course the weave. I didn't wear much weave. Every now and then I would do like braids with the hair, and he was not he yeah. So I got rid of all that. So I did that. So then after the hair, I was good. I was like, okay, I'm good. Like I'm good with him. He good with me. I'm in good standing with him. Because I asked him, I said, Father, if it's anything about me that you don't like, and I still ask him that, if it's anything about me that you don't like, what I dress, what I wear, anything, let me know. So I told him that. I said that to him. He started letting me know, y'all. Like he didn't like nothing that I was doing. I was like, man, the hair, he was like, he was really impressing on me about my hair because he was like, I didn't create your hair to be like that. I didn't create your hair like that. Like the color and the straight, the perm and all that. He's like, it was just really in my spirit. He was like, nah, I did not create. When I look at you, that's not how I created you. And I want you to look like how I created you. So I had to just get this. I cut all my hair off. My hair was like shoulder length, and I cut it all short, like a boy short. I cut because I was trying to get rid of all the perm. I was feeling so impressed by his what he was saying to me. I was feeling so pressed about it that I was just like, he don't like this. I need to get rid of it. So I got rid of all that. Then he started with the makeup, and I was kind of negotiating with him with that. I'm like, I don't even wear much. All I wear, I'm telling him what I wear. I don't wear much. So he ain't saying nothing else. He let me be, but he let me know I don't like nothing. I don't like no makeup. So okay, I was like, okay, so I gradually stopped. When I say I had makeup, I had a bag full of makeup, and I didn't wear a lot, but I liked like MAC and all these different stuff. I just when I would go out somewhere, I would wear it, or church or something like that. He didn't like it, so I said, okay, I ain't gonna wear nothing on my skin. I'll just wear like the lip color, and he didn't like nothing on the eyes, nothing up here, nothing in my eyebrows. And I'm like, like I was like really negotiating with the father. I'm like, well, I'm just filling them in. They you feel thick. I'm just feeling I just felt in my spirit. He didn't like none of it. I want it gone. So I didn't do it immediately. I was a little disobedient. I was still wearing my little stuff, and every time I wear, I would feel guilty. And one time I stopped wearing eye makeup, but I wore eyelashes one time because I have really small eyelashes. I hardly have any eyelashes, so I wore some not long, just short eyelashes. And he it was just I just felt this uh like a parent looking at you like I told you, like I told you to do something and you being disobedient, and they just kind of looking at you like, and that's how I felt he was doing. Like I already told you one time, and so I was like, okay, okay, like I couldn't even have peace about it. That's how the Most High deal with me. He deals with me like I can't even rest and have peace until I obey. That's how he. That's I can't. It's inside. It's going to be on my mind until I obey. So I got rid of all. I said, okay, earrings. I was like, okay, at least I got my jewelry. He wanted me to get rid of all of it. I'm like, can I keep at least two pairs? So I got rid of all of them. I got it down to like probably 5 pair of earrings or something, and that was still a lot. It's like he gradually cut me. It's like he gradually baby stepped me through all the little process of what he wanted me to get rid of until I got rid of all my jewelry except for like 2 pair of earrings, and that's really good for me. I kept my bracelets, so I still wear bracelets, but I don't overdo it. Every now and then I don't wear them every day. I don't wear the earrings every day. So I have right now I think I have three pair of earrings, and um and I don't wear them often. Maybe this is probably the first time I wore earrings in maybe a month. So he got all that down to a minimum. The bracelets and all the rings off. The necklaces, and chains around my. Mm-mm. He wanted me to get rid of all that. I got rid of all that. I said, okay, I got rid of all that. Got rid of the hair. Got rid of the makeup. So I'm good. I wasn't good, y'all. Wardrobe. Yeah, I had to get rid of the sexy stuff. So I started, wearing clothes that fit, not as tight, not jeans, not as tight, looser clothes. That was a start. Then eventually he started dealing with me about pants. He didn't want me to be wearing pants. He didn't. And I just knew it. I'm not saying that's for every person. You follow your conviction. You follow what he speaks to you about. Just ask him. If you really want to know how he feels about you and what he wants for you, you got to ask him. If you don't ask him, then you won't know. You got to ask him in prayer, Father, if it's anything about me, or how I dress, what I wear, how I look, if anything, let me know. Please don't let me be like this. See, please let me know. You got to ask. So you ask, he will let you know. He was looking at this wardrobe, them tight stuff, all that tight stuff clothes had to go. All that sexy stuff had to go. All them high heels, them heels. He was flat shoes, flat. And I'm like, this only has, like, I was like negotiating. I'm like, Father, this only has a little heel. And I still I didn't feel peace about it. He was like, nah, you wear your flat shoes, no heels. So the most that I was able to feel okay that he's okay with it every now and then is the wedge ones. The wedge is not, it's like the whole shoe is got a stack. So it's not like just the back of the shoe. It's a high, the whole. So those are were I didn't feel so like I was being like disobedient or something. So, but all the rest of them heels all gone. Because I used to wear heels all the time, and I'm tall. I'm 5'9". I'm 5'9". I'm already tall, and I used to wear high heels, 2, 3, 6. And I used to wear a lot of high heels. So got rid of all that. Got rid of the tight, sexy stuff. Got rid of all that. Then the pants. He got on the pants, and I'm like, okay. He wanted me to wear dresses. He wanted me to get rid of them pants. And at first, I was like, I don't see what's wrong with him. I don't see what's wrong with him, right? So I was still wearing them, even though I kind of felt that he didn't like them. He didn't say nothing. He only tell me to do something one time, y'all. One time, right? He ain't saying nothing else. All this talking I'm doing, he didn't say nothing else. He just, he said one time I'll tell you. And so how I know that he wasn't pleased because I felt it in my spirit that he was annoyed with me. I don't know if you can tell if with the Most High is not happy with you. Inside, you can. It's a feeling that you feel that also some people feel like they say it's their conscience and they feel guilty, but it's another feeling. It's not like guilty, but displeased. Like, how like when your parent tell you to do something and you sneak or you tell a lie or you do something and they find out you did it and they talk to you about it, but you know that they're like disappointed in you, or they're um feeling some kind of way about what you did. You feel kind of bad because you disappointed them. That's how it feels. Like when you don't obey him and you disobedient, even though you're in good standing, but when he tell you to do something, you ask him, but you disobedient, you feel a certain way. So I just feel some kind of way about these pants, right? I went to, I think I was singing on the praise team at church. So I went to church, and so I was singing and worshiping, and this was when I was really going, because I used to sing in church on the praise team. So I was on the praise team singing, and I had on jeans that day because we had like a jean day or whatever, right? And so no, it was just normal. People wore jeans, and so um, it's so weird because I looked out into the audience, into the yeah, the audience of people in church, into the church. I looked out, and he had my eyes focused on the faces of men. He had my eyes focused on the faces of men, and I saw the men looking between my legs. Yeah, I saw I saw him with my own eyes, and I know that was him showing me, you know, why I tell you I don't want you to wear pants. And so I was looking, I was singing, but it's like my eyes was focusing on certain people. That is weird because I wasn't trying to focus, but I don't know, they were like focusing on certain men and they were looking down. And I was, at that point, I was feeling ashamed. Even though I was up there singing, I was just feeling so ashamed. I was kind of looking down. I was feeling like, okay, this is why you told me. Because even though they weren't tight, but when you're up there on stage and you're singing, people are looking at you, everything about you. And so, especially when you're a woman and there are men out there, you don't want to cause nobody to stumble, even though they weren't tight, but I'm tall and I have, my, hate to say it, but I have long legs and I'm tall. So men were looking that, at the, like down. And so after that day, I stopped. I still had two. I got rid of all my pants, but I had two pair left. And I only and when I would sing, I would only wear dresses. Everybody else would wear pants. I would wear dresses because after that, I saw what the Most High was telling me. He showed me through my eyes. I don't know if it was he just let my eyes focus on certain people's faces to see why I shouldn't be wearing that. So that's the reason I don't wear pants. I had two more pair. I had like a pair of jeans that I kept because when it's cold, but now you can get like leggings or something and put them under your dress if you're cold or whatever. But I live in a right now in a hot climate, so I can wear dresses every day. So that's good. When you're in the West, it's a little bit harder because it's cold. But yeah, I don't know how I got on that. But anyway, yeah. So that's kind of my journey and to being more natural, waking up to who it was part of me waking up to who I was created to be, who I really am. And then when I woke up, the Most High woke me up, and then I started asking Him personally in a personal relationship with Him, what is it about me, if anything, that you don't like? Like it's important for us to ask Him that. Because if we don't ask him, we won't know. If you really love him and you really want to know, same thing with your spouse, the same thing with your parent. You ask, especially with your spouse, you want to find out like what they like. What do you like? Me to cook for you, or you getting to know them. You want to know what they like you to, how they like you to dress, and what hairstyles they like. I mean, it's your spouse. You want to know what they like about you, and you want to do those things because you want to be pleasing to them, right? So same thing with the Most High. You want to ask him, what is it about me? You created me. you know um I my body is your temple, so your spirit dwells in my body. So it's important, if his spirit dwells in our body and he created us with his hands, it's important for us as his um he is a potter, we are the clay, us his creation, to ask his opinion. He has opinion. He does have a character and personality, and there's certain things that he likes. Just like he has law, statutes, and commandments. These are things that we should live by, and things that we should do in our lives, and all that. So he has an opinion, and has a way that he wants his daughters to dress, right? So if we don't know, we should ask him, Father. I don't want to take it upon myself to dress the way I want to dress, do my hair the way I want to do it, and not consider his feelings and what he thinks, or how even in decisions that we make, whether it's business decision, relocation decisions, moving to a different places, driving this certain car, marrying this certain person, uh, we should ask him, what, tell me what, you know, how should I do this? Where should I move? Is this the right person for me? Just all that stuff. And I'm learning that even myself. I'm learning that even myself. So we have to ask him. So when I came into the knowledge of the truth, that's when I thought about the Most High's feelings, because going through the book of Isaiah and the book of Jeremiah and hearing how he tried so hard to get the children of Israel to follow his law, statutes, and commandments, that he loved them to come back to him, to stop worshiping idols and stop, dedicating your children to the Moloch and doing all this stuff and living all kind of sinful ways, right? He tried so hard to get them to follow his law, statutes, and commandments, and his feelings was hurt a lot about the disobedience, about the adultery, adultery in that you worship idols and you put other idols before him. He has feelings, and so when I started considering the Most High's feelings and that He is, we're just like Him. We have feelings. We get hurt. We get sad. We are happy. We get angry. We get furious. We get that from Him. So I started wanting to know within myself, Father, what do you want me to do? I want to know your will for me in every area of my life, everything from the top of my head to the soles of my feet, even my body. How you want me to dress? How you want me to do my hair? How you want, me to look? And so he started telling me. And yeah, I was going back and forth with him, but he started telling me. And so I finally surrendered. It took a process. It's like I had to pull back the the layers of vanity. I had to pull back the layers. And then the closer that I got to him, the more peace I felt, the more healthier I became. And so the things that he wants us to do sometimes, as women especially, sometimes it's difficult, especially if you, and this is another subject, especially if you're married and it's contrary to what your spouse likes. The Most High wants you to do or dress a certain way or do a certain thing. And it's contrary to what your spouse wants you to do. And us as women, we submit to our spouses. Like they're, like they submit to Christ, we submit to them. But at the same time, if the Most High wants you to do something, that's a conversation that you really need to have and you really need to pray about, because of course he can soften your husband's heart, but you want to be in right standing with him. You want to be in his will. You don't want to be in disobedience, because disobedience or rebellion is like as witchcraft. It's like the sin of witchcraft. So you want to make sure that if you ask him, now if you don't want to know, don't ask him. But if you ask him sincerely, he's going to tell you, and it might contradict what it might not be what your husband wants. So you gotta make sure that you um, uh, pray about all this, because that could cause a rift in the relationship. If you say, I'm gonna follow you, Father, and if your husband don't agree with what you changing about yourself, he might like you with perm hair. He might like you with braids, with extensions, this. But what did the Most High say? I don't want you putting no chemicals in your hair. I don't want you wearing no fake hair. That might be an issue. So yeah, pray about it. But at that time, I was by myself. So I was like really wanting to know, Father, what do you want me to do? And so you have me today, natural. I don't wear no makeup, hair. I don't put no chemicals, no perms, colors, none of that. You see how gray it is, but it's gonna be like this, and everything else. And now it's growing. Um, it took a minute for it to grow. It started growing because I wasn't really taking care of it like I should. I was covering it. I was wearing head covers a lot, and I was kind of neglecting it in a way. I was making sure it was clean, but I wasn't really nurturing it, massaging my scalp and stuff like that, like I do now. So I'm taking better care of it, and so I see that it's growing. And so he was showing me, like, I will show you, because at first I was like, I don't even know how to take care of my hair like that. He's like, he's going to show me. So he's been showing me the set of our spirits, been showing me how to take care of it, how to nourish it. It's a plant. It's not dead. Some people say our hair is dead. It's not dead. It's a plant. It grows. Just like a plant, you water it. You might have to clip the ends. You have to pull off the weeds out of the plant or the tree. You plant something, you have to pull the weeds out, and you have the dead leaves. You have to take them off. So our hair, you have to keep it clean, and you have to clip your ends. Maybe if you have some split ends or whatever, you want to treat it gently and yeah, so it'll grow if you do that. Make sure you use natural products if you can. if you can, you get you some good natural products with natural ingredients, not so much chemical stuff in it. Just make sure you keep it clean and tidy and all that stuff. I am personally also starting to incorporate more um, uh, natural ingredients in my hair. Like me, I've been doing like aloe vera, the actual plant, because we have that in my yard. So I use that to pre-poo my hair. So I put it in my hair before I wash it, because when you shampoo your hair, sometimes you shampoo it and it strips it a little bit of the natural oils and stuff. So I do the pre-poo before I shampoo now with the aloe vera, cut the plant, and I rub it in each section of my hair, let it sit for a little while before I wash it. And so I've been doing that a lot. I've been noticing a difference in like the manageability. I've been able to manage it better. It seems softer. And so that aloe vera is really good, the natural aloe vera from the tree. I've been using that. And then sometimes I'll do like use honey. Honey is a humectant. It's really good for your hair. It's sticky, but it's good. So sometimes I'll do olive oil and honey. So I'll do that as before I wash my hair. And then I'll put it in my hair, let it sit, and then I'll wash it out. So olive oil, honey, and aloe vera has been doing my hair really good. I do that, of course, before I shampoo, because I don't really like a lot of stuff in my hair. I don't like my hair to feel hard and crispy, so I don't use those hard gels as much. I have them and I have used them, but that hard, crispy feeling, I don't like my hair to feel like that. I like it to feel like real soft and stuff and movable. Yeah, so I don't use a lot of those gels, and they kind of dry your hair too. And so, but yeah, I think that's the end of this video. I went off on a tangent and I'm talking about all kinds of stuff. I have no idea what I'm going to title this video, but I guess we'll see when I upload it. So thank you so much, family, for taking the time to view my content. Please do me a favor and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thumbs up. Hit on the notification bell to be notified. So whenever I do a new video, um, you'll get notified. Um, I'll probably do a live next time. I just have to think about what I'm going to talk about. There's so much to talk about, but all is well. Diaspora Connects is my channel. If you're interested in a consultation, relocation consultation, or a business consultation, hit me up at diasporaconnect0@gmail.com. diasporaconnect0@gmail.com. I do travel and business consultations. I do relocation consultations and business consultations. So thank you so much. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. So I'm going to say shalom, shalom, salama, peace, family. See you guys in the next video.